Let's take a look at the chart action for Dogecoin. All right, I haven't done a Dogecoin video in a while, but let's take a look at it. It hasn't really been looking at that good, so that's why I haven't really been making videos. But let's take a look. So we have support right here and we have support right here. We had this uptrend going something like this. We broke that uptrend going to the downside right there. Actually, we had another uptrend too. We had something like this. We had this uptrend going like that. We broke this one going to the downside, and ever since this one, I've been pretty skeptical or slightly bearish. I thought we were kind of in this triangle pattern, and I was waiting for a breakout to the upside or to the downside, and we actually broke to the downside right here. So after that, I was watching this channel pattern, something like this. I was waiting for a breakout to the upside or the downside. We actually did break up, and I actually did get faked out. I put it in a position right here, and it came down right away, and we started coming back in this channel. So I'm still holding this position, but what I'm looking at right now, basically, we broke this channel pattern going to the downside. I'm basically watching these previous support levels that I was talking about before. So I have limit orders set at around 0.195 and around 0.17, something like that, those two previous bottoms. Let's see if we could get support on these and get bounces, or if we're going to keep going lower. I think if we break this level to the downside right here, we're going to be looking at some lower lows, and we might have to look for previous support levels. Possibly, I'm seeing this previous support right here at around 0.5 cents, around 5 cents, somewhere around there. And there's also, it wicked down right here to around 0.153. So these levels, I'm curious if we're gonna break these levels right now or not. If these are gonna hold support. The one thing that I really don't like, if we switch over the weekly time frame, this is one thing that I really don't care for on Dogecoin right now. And I didn't really notice this till just now, but if we pretty much delete everything, this is one of the things I like to talk about is the 9 moving average, and this is the weekly time frame. So let's follow the weekly 9 moving average. It's this line right here. We broke above it, got a nice little uptrend, and then we started to get resistance up here, and we broke that weekly 9 moving average to the downside right now. So basically, in general, I just don't like being below the 9 moving average. It's better to be above it because you get bullish movement. Look at right here. We broke above it, bullish, bullish, bullish. Broke below it, bearish, bearish, bearish. And then, so yeah, we just broke below it right now. Let's see how long this bearish momentum will last, or see what it's gonna have, what's gonna happen basically. But as you can see right here, we have this previous support. Let's see if we can hold support right there. It's basically around where I have those orange lines. If not, like I said, we might be looking at these bottoms down here. So yeah, let's see what's happening with Dogecoin. I'm still holding a bunch of Dogecoin, and if we come down to these levels, I might have to pick up some more. Here's what I'm looking at on the total crypto market cap. All right, so this is basically zoomed out. We're on the daily time frame right now, and this was the big uptrend that we'd been watching for a while. We broke that uptrend going to the downside. I was saying we could do a Fibonacci retracement from the bottom to the top, and we'd be looking at levels right like something like this. We basically just broke the 38% level, so now what I'm looking at is the 50% level, something like this. Let's see if we could get a bounce on this 50% level, or we keep going down and have to retest this trend line down here. That trend line comes from this support right here, and if we zoom out a little bit more, we have this support down here. So I think even if we come down, break the 50% level, we still have this trend line down here to look at for possible support. One thing we kind of can look for is we can do some downtrends now that we're kind of more in a downtrend. I would say we have resistance right here and resistance right here. So until we break this downtrend going something like that, until we break this downtrend going to the upside, I think we can assume that we're trending down pretty much, or at least in between an uptrend and a downtrend. So we're going to have to wait and see until we break this one going up, or if we break this one going down, to see which way we're really going to be going in the longer term. Right now we are in a downtrend in my opinion, and we're going to have to wait and see until we break this one going to the upside, and we might get some volatility in this area, something like that, or we might get pumps down and pumps up, something like that. That's why I like watching these Fibonacci retracement levels. A lot of times what happens is we'll get these big uptrends and we'll get swings up and down. will hit the 38% level, get a bounce right there, hit this trend line, start coming back down, hit the 50% line, hit the trend line, something like that. That's what kind of something happens, stuff like that. The Cardano was doing something very similar. It came up, hit that 38% level like 3 or 4 times. Yeah, that's why I like watching these Fibonacci retracement levels. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up. If you guys want to support the channel, check out my Patreon.